Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel, well, it's all about crochet. Sometimes I might talk about some yarn or an event or something fun happening in the yarning community. Hey, we're just friends hanging out, talking, chit-chatting, letting everybody know what's going on in the world of yarn and all things crochet. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Wednesday with me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you coming back. I really, it's a fun day to spend with our friends. I was talking to somebody on Threads. We were discussing the fact that we're where I live and where she lives, we're kind of isolated and there isn't like a crochet group for us where we could go like once a week or once a month to go and sit with our crochet friends or our yarny friends if they're knitters or crocheters and just have like a craft night. And she was like, and I'm really shy and I don't want it. And technically I'm really shy too. But I told her, I said, you know what? I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to connect with other people in the crochet yarning community. And I'm so glad that I did because now I have all you as my friends, even though we're, miles and miles and miles apart. It's like we're just hanging out, having coffee, and talking all things yarny. So thanks for coming back day after day, week after week, and I really do appreciate it.
Unknown caller.
Hold please. Sending that to voicemail. Said spam risk. Always does. How about if I put my phone on do not disturb and see if that doesn't help? Sorry about that. So anyway, life, adulting, it's always something, right? So today we're going to discuss why are sleeves so hard. I do have a finished object, and I have a small yarn haul from Mary Maxim. So let's start with my finished object. I started this on Sunday night, finished it on Monday morning, and now that I look at it, I think I'm going to have to give this to an adult in my life and then make something else because I made this hat. I thought I was making it for Carter, and I went on a website. I just Googled measurements for hat sizes, crocheted hat sizes, and it came up with like the measurements, like what the circumference should be, how tall the hat should be, all of that. And it had from newborns to extra large men. I picked out a size for a 4 to 8 year old because he's 7. And I went with that measurement. So I did like a 19.5-inch band, 6.5 inches up, and then I did a couple of decreases, and I got this ginormous hat. It really is too big for Carter. So I'm gonna have to do something different. But no pattern. I just did a band of half double crochet in the back loop only. I did this all flat, and then I did back and forth of Tunisian knit stitch, and then up at the crown when I got to where I wanted to cinch it, I did a couple rounds in the round in Tunisian, and then I did when the hole was small enough, I took my darning needle and tightened up the hole. I had to wait until yesterday to sew it up because I did not have a needle with a hole big enough, and those finally came in. The yarn I used is an oldie but a goodie, and I don't know that you can get this anymore. These are the Caron sprinkle cakes. This colorway is called Vanilla Bean, and it's sage green. I don't know why they say vanilla, but anyway, it is 77% acrylic, 20% wool, 3% other fibers, and I'm assuming that's like all those amazing tweedy bits. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I mean, look how pretty those tweed bits are in there. I love it. There are 193 yards of a 6 weight yarn. 8 ounces, 227 grams. This took just about an entire cake of these, and I think I have 8 more of these, maybe 9 more of these. I have a lot of them. I bought a bunch. They were $4.99 at Ollie's a couple years ago. So anyway, this is a really nice, thick, warm, woolly hat. When I was using this yarn, I was thinking to myself that it would make a really great play out in the snow hat because of the wool. It'll keep them dry and warm, and you know, and it's got the acrylic, so it's not going to wreck. So maybe I'll give this to my son Andrew, and then make another one for Carter. But it's a nice thick woolly hat that I just, oh, come on, just decided just to make for myself. You know, just I wanted to do something while I was watching the football game Sunday night, and so this is what I came up with. So that is finished object number 1. Now, if it goes to Carter or Andrew, I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how that all works out. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna whine a little bit. Oh no! Now we're gonna whine a lot of bit because I lost my. Oh, there it is. Why are sleeves so hard to do? Notice the sleeve is a lot shorter than it is the last time I showed you. I've had to frog it back. I was like 7, 8 rounds into this, and I realized the sleeve was growing. And I had done decreases. And I couldn't figure out why this sleeve was growing. And it grew by like 10 stitches. So I frogged it back, and I'm starting over. I think I might have to frog it back even, and I'm going to have to count how many are here. I should only have 47 stitches. And when I was looking at it and I counted it, I was at like 54. It's like, how did I manage to do that? User error, totally user error. I don't know what I did. So frogged it back and starting over. It's like, what? This is why people get frustrated with patterns with sleeves, because you end up having to do silly things like starting over. So anyway, Olivia's little sweater is frogged back, and we're going to start over. And I guess we're going to have to count every row to make sure that we're not overdoing the stitches, because nobody wants, I don't want a bell sleeve. That was not the point of this sweater. It has a nice fitted sleeve with a nice rib on it. I don't want a bell sleeve. Although Tom said to me when he was looking at it, he's like, that's cute like that, even without a sleeve. And it really kind of is, but no, I like the sleeves. I could even end it there and make it a short sleeve sweater. Now I'm going to make it a long sleeve sweater. She lives in Indiana and it's winter, and yes, that's what I'm going to do. And this isn't heavy. It's DK weight yarn. I'm using the Mary Maxim Ultra Mellow Spun DK weight yarn in the color Melon, and I love it. So anyway, this is the Isle sweater by Mon Petit Violin. And oh God, my hair's a mess today. I have it listed in my description box below if you're interested in this pattern. Listen, anything I ever mention, you know, patterns or websites or people or, you know, things that I think you should know, check the description box. You can find a link to just about everything in there. So my big old Mary Maxim bag, it has 3 colors of one kind of yarn. Mary Maxim last week was having a sale, and if you buy 4 or more of the Sunrise yarn, it was $2.99 a ball. Well, I did buy some, and I bought 3 colors, 2 and 3. The first color I got is Mirage, and it's this beautiful gray. Now, this one I bought, I believe, 12 of them. shoot. Oh, wrong email. Oops. And Mirage, I got 12. And I bought this with intention. So this will be one. This one is Desert Sand. And I got 6 of these. And this one is going to be Charlotte's sweater that I'll be putting on my hook next. In this beautiful buff color. And then the last one I got is Fossil. And I have 9 of these. And I think, no, this is the one I'm going to do for Allie. This what I'm going to do for Allie. This is the one I'm going to do for me. I'm going to try to make similar sweaters for Allie and Charlotte. But Charlotte's is going first. Allie's is probably going to have to wait. I've had this before. I love this yarn. I did it, I think I used a similar color to this Mirage, but I held it with some of the hand dyed from Hobby Lobby. I held 2 together and crocheted myself a V-neck, a V-stitch cardigan by Wilma Westenberg. I'm going to put that in the description box below because it is a really great beginner-friendly cardigan. If you have been saying, I want to make a cardigan, but I'm afraid to make a cardigan, she has a really great tutorial on how to make the cardigan. It's really easy to do if you know how to do the V-stitch. She walks you through it. It's a perfect beginner pattern done in, she did it in a worsted weight. I held a fingering and a DK together to get to a worsted weight. I wanted the marled look that I got, and it turned out really, really pretty. I wear that sweater all the time. As a matter of fact, it's in my motorhome. I use it in there all the time when we're camping. It has become like my bathrobe sweater in the camper. So, yeah, I really like it. So if you're looking for a really easy beginner-friendly pattern, that's the perfect one for you. So these were all bought with intention on sale for $2.99. Allie and Charlotte are going to get matching sweaters out of this color, and I'm going to get a sweater out of this color because I love gray and it goes with everything. So I got 12 of the Mirage, 9 of the Sunrise, or of the Fossil, and 6 in the Desert Sand. I wanted more in the Sunrise, but they wouldn't give me more. They said I could only get 9. So, and I was just looking at their website. It is not on sale anymore. Their regular price is $3.99, which still isn't a bad price for, did I tell you what this was? This is 100% premium micro acrylic made in Turkey, 240 yards. It is a DK weight, machine wash in cold water, lay flat to dry. It says to use a number 4 millimeter knitting needle. I'm assuming you would use the same as with a crochet hook, 4.5, somewhere in there. It's very, very soft. And the sweater that I made has not pilled. And I use it constantly, especially in the camper. It's one of my go-tos, and it really has held up well. So it'll be a perfect yarn for a kid's sweater, because, kids are rough on their sweaters. So that is my Mary Maxim order, which I think that's pretty much it for yarn orders. I don't think I did order a Dots mystery bag, but I haven't got the shipping notice on that yet. So I don't know when that's coming. I love their mystery bags because you get stuff that you don't normally use. And that's why they're pretty much the only ones I like their mystery bags of. So that should be coming pretty soon, and I'll show you that. I did get my cornbread and honey advent that came in, and I got the one from my yarn swap partner that came in. So I'm excited to show you those. We'll start that on in December 1st. Um, kind of housekeeping announcements. There will not be any unboxings for the BOGGY Blanket Brigade this week, which is November 19th, 2025. We will not be having one. We will not be having one next week, which is November 26th, 2025. Nancy's spending some time with her family. She's spending some time with her son and doing some family things. Plus, she said she didn't get a whole lot of boxes. You know, it's been really stressful for her for the last couple of weeks. So we're going to take a couple weeks off and reset to start December and January, the push to the end for December and January. You know, she's got, you know, house moving and, you know, everything's going on. We're just going to give her a couple of weeks to decompress, take a deep breath, you know, like I keep saying, it's going to be okay, but you need those few minutes to yourself. So she's going to take some family time, and she's going to just, you know, reset herself. And then we'll start again on December 3rd, and we'll get right back at it. And it will be the grand finale, the push to the end, till the end of January. And then we'll be taking the blankets the beginning of February. So bear with us for the next couple weeks. Keep making those blankets. Keep working on your luck of the draws. Keep working on all the beautiful patterns that Juan has released recently. Get those Nana June blankets done. Get those round smiley face blankets done. Don't forget, maybe even throw in a Christmas blanket if you're so inclined. And then get them mailed off to Nancy before the end of January. Any information you need about the BOGGY Blanket Brigade is listed in my description box below. Or you can also email the boggyblanketbrigade@gmail.com. One of us will answer the emails. We try to answer them pretty quickly. Had a couple people recently ask me if I was going to collect squares. The answer is no. We are not collecting squares. Not happening. Not for love or money. We're not doing that to myself again. So no, we are not collecting squares, but hey, use your squares. Make some square blankets. They're fun to do. If you like making the squares, make the blanket. I mean, it got to the point where people were sending me enough squares that they could have shipped the whole blanket, and I was overrun. So no, we won't be collecting squares again. I'm going to come up with something. I haven't. My brain is still trying to figure out something to have people be able to participate without doing a complete blanket. I'll come up with something. I just don't know what that something's going to be yet. What else is going on? I don't know. Next week I'll pick a pattern for the tote bag. If you're interested in making the tote bag along with me to carry with you at the Fiber Festival, if you're coming to the Sunkissed Fiber Festival, I'm going to be taking two with me. I'm going to bring my BOGGY Blanket Brigade tote bag with me, but I also want one that I made. And I'll probably be wearing a sweater that I made. For sure, I'll be wearing a sweater that I made if I make a new one, or if I bring one of the ones that I've already made. But I definitely will be doing a sweater that I made, a top. I might wear my Hawthorne tee. There's an idea. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, though. I'll have to wait and see what the weather's all about. So anyway, like I said, you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the BOGGY Blanket Brigade email, to my email. You can leave a comment here. You can reach me on Facebook or Instagram. I do have a private Facebook group for people who watch my channel. There are 3 questions to answer. Tom is the gatekeeper. If you don't answer the questions, you don't get in. We just try to keep it so it's a safe space, no trolls, and we just talk all things fun, things that are going on. The BOGGY Blanket Brigade has an email, a Facebook page. Again, it's a private Facebook page, pretty active group there. Lots of fun things going on there. Somebody actually posted pictures. They did the motorcycle ride last weekend with some friends of theirs, and with the Harley dealer in Daytona. So it looked like a great time had by all. So there's a lot of really fun things on that page if you're interested. Again, answer the questions or you don't get in. We're just trying to keep it a safe space away from the trolls. So with that, you guys, I'm going to let you get back to your Wednesday. I really do appreciate you all stopping by. Make sure you take a little bit of time for yourself. Give yourself a little bit of grace. It's going to be okay. But above all, be kind to everyone because you just never know what they're going through. And I'll see you on Friday. Have a good one.